Hi everybody. So I am here with you today for our fourth measurement lesson. And so today we're going to talk about how a ruler is used for certain things to measure and a yardstick is used for certain things to measure. So your last thing that you were supposed to do at home was to measure some things using your ruler. And we said that a ruler is used in inches. And you were supposed to find 10 things around your house. So hopefully everybody did that. And we used the side that is closest to the 1 to start our measuring. We measure across to where it stops. Each space on our ruler is 1 cent, 1 degree, 1 inch. Very good. All right. Now, I had said that you could only measure things that were smaller than your ruler. A ruler only goes up to 12 inches. So, how can I measure my bed if my bed is bigger than 12 inches? So, another thing that you can use is called a yardstick. And a yardstick is much bigger than a ruler. A yardstick is actually 3 rulers put together. A yardstick goes up to 36 inches. I don't know if you can quite see that very good. Now, I realize some people may not have a yardstick in their house. You may have a measuring tape instead, which would be fine to use for this activity. It's to just practice measuring things that are bigger than a ruler, basically. You still use a yardstick or your measuring tape the same way. We're still going to use the side that has the 0 closest to it, the imaginary 0, and starts at the 1. This is still going to go at the edge of what we are measuring. So I'm going to kind of walk the phone around a little bit in my room here to show you how to measure some things with your yardstick. And then it will be your turn to practice at home. All right, so if this gets shaky, I apologize. We're going to go over here to my dresser, which is here. You can see it. Yep. So to measure my dresser, I'm going to start with my yardstick. I'm going to put it at the bottom, which is on the floor. You can see on the floor. And then we're going to look to where it stops at the top here. And it stops close to the 29. I don't know if you can see that. So my dresser would be 29 inches tall. That is the height of my dresser. Remember the other day I had said how sometimes you go to the doctor and they measure your height with something like a yardstick, only it's bigger than a yardstick. So whenever we're talking about how tall something is, we use that word height. Okay, the height of my dresser is 29 inches. If I was going to measure the height of a door, I have my closet door there. Kind of can see it. If I wanted to measure the height, that means I would measure how tall it is from the floor to the ceiling. Okay? Height does not mean measuring across. Across means how wide something is. Height talks about how tall something is. Okay? Now my door is much taller than my yardstick. Remember how I asked you guys to find something taller than yourself and taller than your dad in the problem of the day? I think that was on Wednesday this week. So the door is actually even taller than me. All right. So I would have to use my finger to help me move the yardstick up the door. If you want to measure a door at your house, you'll have to have your dad probably help you. I'm going to try to set that so you can see. So there is 1 yard or 36 inches. So I'm going to put my finger here at the top and move up the yardstick. And I'm still not quite up to the top of the door. So I have to put my finger and move my yardstick again. And it goes up to about 12. So that would be 36 inches plus 36 inches plus 12 inches. Now we have to figure out how many inches that is. So 36 and 36 would be 72. Plus 12 more would be 84. So my door is 84 inches tall. You guys could use a yardstick at home or a measuring tape to figure out how tall you are, how many inches tall you are. All right, so what else can we measure with our yardstick? I have my hamper, my clothes hamper, which is here. So if we go down to the floor and we start with the bottom, we start at 1 and we move up to the top of the hamper. It is closest to 23. So my hamper is 23 inches tall. And then I have a little table here next to my bed. It's called a nightstand. So if I want to see how tall that is, again, I start at the bottom on the floor, go up to the top of the table, and it is close to 25. So my table is 25 inches tall. Let's see, what else can we measure that would be tall? My TV from the bottom, if I can find it there, from the bottom to the top of the TV, it is 18 inches tall where it stops. Now you could also measure how wide the TV is because it's wider than a ruler. If you want to measure how wide something is, you start at the one side of it and you would measure across to the other side of it. And I am close to 28 inches. So my TV is 28 inches wide. Go ahead. Hang on 1 second. Good job, buddy. Sorry, Jackson's telling me something. Good job, buddy. He's working on his homework from school, and he got second place in a game they were playing. What else can we do? My desk is here. You can measure how tall the desk is. So we want to start down at the bottom, follow to where the desk stops, and it looks like we're close to 29 inches. That would be 29 inches tall. Now, if I want to see how wide my desk is, I would go across my desk. So, sorry, the sunlight got weird there. So I would go all the way across, and it's actually a little bigger, longer than my yardstick. You can see my yardstick has stopped, but my desk still keeps going. So I'm gonna have to set the phone there. I have to put my finger and move my yardstick again. And that came up to 5 inches. So it would be 36 plus 5. You have to have mom or dad help you in that situation. That would actually be 41 inches. So it's kind of fun to measure big things because you're getting big numbers. But if something is bigger than your yardstick, you have to have mom or dad help you add those big numbers together. Now, if you don't have a yardstick, like I said before, you can use a measuring tape. That's the thing that pulls out and gets longer as you go. So, what I want you to do for your activity is to look around your house again and find 5 things that are smaller than 36 inches so you can practice using your yardstick. All right. I drew some pictures. I didn't measure these things yet, but I did measure the TV. The TV, your microwave in your kitchen, your dishwasher, your oven, your trash can in the kitchen, if you have a stool, your hamper, like we measured together. So try to find 5 things and do a picture, and then right beside it, write your number, and maybe next time I'll share with you my measurements and you can see how close they are to yours. Remember to write IN for inches beside your number. And then I sent mom and dad a backyard scavenger hunt where you find things outside to measure. However, they are all using a ruler. So I drew some pictures to show you for some additional ideas for things you could use with a yardstick or a measuring tape. All right. So if you have a small tree, a bush, a tall flower, the sidewalk, looking across your sidewalk, how wide your sidewalk is. If you have a little doormat by your door, trash can, big garbage can outside. If you have a mailbox, some people have a mailbox like on a pole in their yard, that might work. If you have a fence or a gate around your yard, that would be something to measure. So it's always fun to do some things outside. So that is our lesson for today and activities. Please take some time to practice using these things. Have fun. Have mom and dad help. Try outside. See what you can find outside that I didn't think of outside. And share your measurements with me. Have mom or dad take a picture or put a comment on our Facebook page. All right. So have fun. Our next measurement lesson, I'm going to try to put on here for a game for you to do using a ruler, yardstick, and measuring tape. And then we'll move on to using a different kind of measurement tool. All right. Have a good night. Have fun. Bye.